Hello, my name's Mandy and this is my channel Make It Sew. Today I am talking to you about what I've been up to the past couple of weeks, what sewing I managed to get done and what I'm planning to get up to in the next week. Usually I do this under the hashtag Friday Sews, but I'm a bit late this week as I've been filming a sew along for what I'm wearing, which I'll talk about in a bit. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you and welcome back, and thank you to anybody who has liked, commented or subscribed to my channel. The first thing that I want to show you is what I can class as one of my Make 9 plans, because I've made the garment so I can tick that off, but I am making another one because this was actually my twirl. Now I'm just going to see if I can get this in the camera better. So this is my Tilly and the Buttons Rosa shirt dress, and as you'll see it's not in the purple corduroy that I showed on my Make 9 plans because I wanted to do a twirl of it first to see if I was happy with the length and happy with the fit. There was a lot of sewing involved with this one, and I think it's given me a lot of good learning experience, because when I do the sew over it Sorrento jacket, I think I can take a lot of those skills and transfer them onto what I need to do for that, including buttonholes. So I'll just show you this. I am going to insert some pictures in a minute of me wearing it so you can see it on as well, because although it looks lovely on Doris, you want to see it on me really. So I learnt how to do buttonholes. I've done princess seams before, but not for a long while. So it had princess seams and it had a lot of what we call flat weld seams, but they were mock ones. And you've got this back yoke as well. And you've got more, obviously, seams, and this is what I mean about the skills I had to learn. It was definitely worth it. I really enjoyed the make, and I did do some alterations, and I have got some notes here because there's so many things on this pattern. For a start, it has 13 pattern pieces because you have really thin strips for your front bodice and your side bodice and your back pieces. Just show you again really. It has cuffs here and you have tabs for the sleeves. I lengthened the sleeves by 2 inches, but I didn't take into account that I would need to lengthen the tab, so that's something I've learned for next time. And I also added 2 inches to the length as well. But to be honest, in my next one, which is made with the purple cord, I'm actually going to, or I have, cut it out already and increase the length by 5 inches, because I'll show you, like I say, I'll show you the pictures, and I'm just not comfortable with that length, and I do think I would need to wear some thick tights or leggings. The other thing, it did warp a bit the fabric when I put interfacing on it. So when I was doing my buttonhole placket, it's slightly warped at the top, but it doesn't spoil the look of the garment at all. Also, I cut out a size 6 in this, and it does fit me, thankfully, because when I cut it out originally it was about 1.5 years ago, and I have gained a little bit of weight since then, so really I should have cut the 7, but it fits and it looks okay, so crisis averted there. Also on the hips, the cut of this garment is like some of other Tilly dresses that I've made, like the Freya, where it does go out from the waist to complement your hips, and I do think maybe I could take that in a bit. I definitely learned how to do buttonholes with this one. It's something that I've tried to avoid, but I did say in my Make 9 that I wanted to get better at those and master them, and I think after having to do 12 buttonholes for this one, I've definitely cracked it. So since then I've actually had to make some more buttonholes, and I definitely have got more confident with that, so that's a really good win with this one. So I really like this pattern. I'm definitely going to make it again. The instructions, as always with Tilly, were amazing, and the collar was a lot easier than I thought it would be, because when I did the Lyra dress I did struggle a bit, but I have done a lot of things since then, and I just think it was a confidence thing with that as well. So I really do like this make. It just took a long time to do. So with my next one, I definitely need to have plenty of time, because I like to take my time on the top stitching, because obviously that's going to show. The next make I did was from the Friday Pattern Co, and that was the Sguro set, but I didn't do the top, I only did the bottoms. I'd seen Dee from Sewing Cinderella, who's also part of Stitch Sisters, and she'd made some, and I messaged her and said, is this nice fitting make, or did you have to adjust it? Because I was a bit concerned, being trousers, they might not be long enough for me in certain areas. And she said that really fitted nicely, so I thought, right, I'm going to make it up with the linen that I got from Legend Textiles. So I haven't got them on, but again I will insert some video footage for you to see what they look like on. But here they are, and they're slightly different to what I've made before, as in the elastic at the top, you actually have to top stitch each side there, so it brings it in a bit and gives it quite a nice look, and they're really comfortable. The linen was fine, it was lovely to work with, and they're really lovely and comfortable. They've got pockets, so even better, and then you've got this drawstring piece as well. So I have actually got some red double gauze that I bought with the intention of making the set, so I'm definitely going to be making the trousers again, because they're just very comfortable and they look really nice. Normally I'm not a wide leg trouser person. I always feel like, because I have wide hips, that I don't know, they just don't balance me out as well, but these are comfortable. So a nice quick make after the Rosa shirt dress. Then I can't actually show you my next make because it's part of my Sew Yellow for Endo, and that is getting revealed at the end of March. I haven't actually taken part in the vlogging tour for Sew Yellow for Endo, purely because I just haven't got the time with my work commitments, and the fact that I'm actually got to make 3 garments before the 22nd of March already, and one of them being my Yellow for Endo, because I'm going to the Sew Yellow for Endo party in London on the 23rd of March. So I'm making this, I've made one before, and it's the Closet Core LED wrap dress, and I'm doing the knee-length version, but I'm not doing the pockets, and I can show you the fabric I'm using, and you'll see it's got some yellow in it. I did show this fabric in my Make 9 plans when I was deciding what fabric I was going to use to make a dress in those plans, but I'm now using it instead for this because it fits the bill with the yellow element. So I've been making that, and all I've got to do is connect the waistband to the bodice and the skirt, and then it should be finished, and then I can start on my Rosa shirt dress, which I want to wear to the Stitch Festival on the 22nd of March. And then the last thing I managed to make is what I'm wearing, and this is one of the Whistler tops from Love Notions that I absolutely love. Again, I will insert some pictures here so you can see it properly, but I did the sew along for this, and it's just one of my favourite tops that I've made so far. This is actually my 4th one, and what I love about it is the sleeves are lovely and long, and I don't have to do any adjustments to the pattern, as you'll see hopefully if I just lower the camera. You'll see the length for this as well, and I've done nothing to the length, so it really is perfect for me. So what else have I been up to? I've been to a couple of sessions with the virtual sewing room. I've mentioned them before. It's just a lovely virtual sewing group that we join on Zoom, couple of hours of chatting and sewing, and you get to learn so much from that, whether it's things like I asked where can I get some buttons from, and there were several suggestions, and that's helped me get some for my next Rosa shirt dress. I shared a picture of the buttons on Instagram, but I'll show you them in a little while. I also mentioned in a previous Friday Sews video that I go to a charity sewing group on a Thursday morning if I'm not working, and they're known as the Norfolk Stitchers. They're based in East Tuddenham near Dereham, so if anyone lives near there in Norfolk and want to come along, they're a lovely group. It runs from 10 till 12 every Thursday morning. Costs you £2.50 for the session, and you have tea and biscuits and cake sometimes, and we sew for charity, but you can also bring your own items if you wish. So recently we have finished some mastectomy cushions, which I talked about, and I'll insert a picture here. And then last week we were sewing drawstring gift bags for breastfeeding mothers to store all their accessories in. So we're always doing something, and it's nice to give something back. Right, on to plans for this week. It's quite exciting. I'll get to that in a minute. So the first thing was, what am I planning to sew? So this is the purple corduroy that I showed in my Make 9. And this is fine needle cord, I'd class it as. And that's for my Rosa dress, so it is actually cut out. And you'll see what I mean about different pieces. That is for the back. And I also found, thanks to suggestions on the virtual sewing room, some buttons, and I got them in a Hobbycraft. They were 50p each, so that cost me £6 for the buttons because I need 12. But I just think they look lovely, and I'll try and do it so you can see it nicely on the camera. If I hide it behind like that, hopefully you'll see that. I did share a picture on Instagram, but they're just really pretty buttons, and I thought they'll look lovely going down the front of the dress. So that's one of my plans, and I do expect that to take me a bit of time, but I want it to look really nice because I'm wearing that to the Stitch Festival on the 22nd of March, which is the Friday. Then I'm actually going to be at the Stitch Festival again on the 23rd of March. So I've decided to make, for the first time, the Keilo dress with long sleeves. I do have some without sleeves, but I rebought the pattern when I saw the long sleeves come out and the jumpsuit. So the fabric I've chosen is another one I bought from Legend Textiles, and I haven't shown this on the haul, but it's this one, and I'm just hoping that it's not going to look too busy because there is a lot to look at on that print. But I just thought that was really appropriate for being at the Stitch Festival. And I would have done sleeveless, but being March, being very unpredictable with the weather, I didn't really think that would be a good idea because I would probably freeze. The funny thing was that when I went in October to the Knitting and Stitching show, I'd made a dress that I was going to wear with thick tights, and then we had one of the hottest weekends ever, and so I couldn't wear what I was hoping to and ended up wearing a Sirocco jumpsuit instead. But I think from memory it got up to about 23 degrees, so there was no way I could wear tights and boots walking around a hot building. And then the other exciting thing is, on Sunday this week, Sunday the 17th of March, I am going up to Lincoln and attending a social sewing day with Vicki from the Great British Sewing Bee and a lovely lady from the Crafty Corner shop in Lincoln, and we're going to have a day of sewing, and I've also booked in an extra they were offering, which was an afternoon tea from a lovely cake shop nearby. So that's going to be really lovely, and because it's in Lincoln, my brother lives there, so I will be seeing him the day before, so that will be a lovely weekend. And then obviously I've got the Stitch Festival the following weekend, so I've got to get cracking with my sewing. Tonight I am going to be attending a session with the virtual sewing room, and it's, like I said, it's Monday today, and I think that's the last one I've got until next week. But I have booked myself in for quite a few sessions because I really enjoy attending those, and I do get some sewing done. So anyway, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you're going to the Stitch Festival or to the Southside Social Sewing Day on Sunday. I'd love to say hello, and let me know what your plans are for Sew Yellow for Endo. I will be revealing that on the day. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.